Hi, welcome back. Today I wanted to sit down and talk to you about why I started this channel and answer a few questions so that you get to know me better. So, why did I start this YouTube channel? I found myself asking this question for about 6 to 7 weeks now, and I never really had the proper answer at all until I had to actually sit myself down and think about it. I had a lot of self doubt about this. Although I was still uploading videos every week, I was still thinking about it and doing something about it. I just wasn't sure why, and I thought, no, I really need to get to the bottom of it today. Let's face it, first and foremost, I'm not sweet 16. I haven't got all the time in the world to do this, but yet I still make time to do it. I still spend hours doing it on top of my already full plate. I keep adding on things, and I'm like, why? Why am I doing this? I love being behind the camera. I love the editing process and learning everything about the camera and all of those things, but I cannot stand on this side of the camera. It terrifies me. I always decline having my pictures taken. I always decline standing in front of the camera for a video recording or for anything else. To make matters worse, I'm an introvert. I prefer to be left alone in my own shell. I'm like a wallflower. I go to parties, I go to gatherings, but I don't want to be in the center of attraction at all. I never want to be in front of the camera. I never want people to look at me, although I enjoy talking to people on a one-to-one basis. Before I started this YouTube, and while I was in the process of recording one or two videos here and there, I've obviously watched hundreds of videos now about how to start a YouTube channel, what to do with it, how to grow your audience, what kind of content to put forward. And everyone spoke about one thing: you need to find a niche. You need to find the community that you're trying to reach out to. You need to find one specific thing, because people who start watching you are watching you for just one thing and not a lot of different things. If you want to do organization, they come to you for organization. Or if someone wants something about studying, they would come to you about studying. They can't take so many different things in one channel, and that's not what people subscribe for. And I thought, that's probably the worst thing I've ever heard, or this is probably the worst thing I have done, because I've not got any niche. I'm a jack of all trades. I can't confine myself to just one circle or one thing. I do a lot of different things. In the last 6 or 7 videos that I've uploaded, everything is different from the other. I've done stop motion, I've done relationship questions, I've done baking, I've done, what did I do? Organization. I've done so many things like that. And there's probably so many different things that I have in my mind that I want to do. And I'm like, what am I going to do with this? How am I going to reach out to people? Or how am I going to do anything with YouTube if I can't narrow something down? And that really, really brought me down. It made me really upset to think that I can't find a niche. I don't want to be doing just one thing. And I thought, okay, it's about time that I sat myself down and had a serious talk about why I am doing this and why I want to do this, why I feel obliged that I need to continue doing this, and what is my aim or maybe my goal with YouTube. Like I said, I'm a jack of all trades, and I can't just confine myself to one thing. So here it is. First and foremost, I want to challenge myself. I am my biggest critic. In my first 1 or 2 videos, when I was re-watching it while editing it, all I could see was that my teeth are crooked. That's all. That was my fixation. I kept looking at it and I kept picking up faults, and I'm like, why can't I talk? Why can't I be normal? I love talking to people, but I can't talk in front of a camera. I can't talk about something. I need to write a script, and then I feel so lost. I'm so restricted with everything that I'm doing. So I decided that I have to challenge myself. I have to do something different. I need to learn to be okay with myself. I need to learn to accept myself. Let's just say this is a way of my own self-love. People do spa and facial and makeup for self-love. And this is what I do: sit in front of a camera and talk, so that I learn to love myself and not just look at my own faults and flaws. I would also like to learn new skills and new things. I'm the kind of person who always gets bored doing the same thing. I need to do different things very regularly. Once I've learned something, I always look for something else to do or to learn. So while editing, while recording and editing and learning different skills and stuff, I found it really, really interesting. I've already learned a few different things now. in editing, different theme and different formats and different type of videography and stuff. And I thought this is really interesting. So this is a new thing for me to learn. There's a lot more to learn in videos, and I would really like to uncover all of those things also. I'm always looking for ways to adding value to myself. Whether I'm watching TV or something on YouTube, like a meal prep thing or learning a new skill, whatever I'm doing, I'm just intentional about learning something from it. Even if it's a leisure movie that I'm watching, or sitcom, or some comedy thing, or any random thing that I'm watching, I still try and learn something from that. I take a lot of inspiration from a lot of other people, and I would like to be in a position where I'm giving back to someone else, that I am able to add value to your life. I'm able to inspire someone, maybe at least one person, with what I do. You could be like me, you could be terrified, you could be an introvert, or you don't want to face people, but maybe you take inspiration from what I am able to do. In today's day and age, it takes a lot to be accepted amongst different groups of people. I just want to be unapologetically myself. That's it. I want to live a life with no regrets. I want to live a life where I live for myself. I am myself. I am being real. In fact, what you see is what you get. I am the real deal, and that's as best as it can get. I want to learn to live for myself and not for others, or not how others would perceive me or judge me. I just want to be me. I want to be as real and as honest as possible. I want to be the real deal. Above and beyond all of these things, I just want to have fun while I'm doing what I am doing. There's been a huge chunk of my life where I never really took anything easily. I always took myself so seriously. I took everything so seriously around me that I never knew how to have fun or how to laugh. So I want to learn that. So I just want to teach myself that it's okay to make a fool out of yourself. It's okay to have fun while you're doing something serious, and it's okay to be just you. I'm very careful about what I consume, whether it's for spiritual, physical, or even materialistic growth for myself. If I am so careful about what I consume, I wouldn't expect anything less from you. Neither would I give you anything less. I want to be very intentional about adding value to your lives. I've made up my mind. I'm not going to box myself down into just one thing. I want to do what I like, and I hope you would like it too. So, here's what you can expect from me in the future. There'll be a lot more talking. There'll be a lot more stop motion for sure. Some baking here and there, a little bit of cooking, definitely easy cooking, things that I can do and things that I find easy and beneficial for me. There will also be recommendations, shopping. That's one of my favorite hobbies. So yeah, that will definitely be in there. Just about anything that I find interesting. And I hope you enjoy everything, and I hope you find it useful and beneficial for yourself. And let me know if you think the same too. Before I end this video, I thought I'll do a short question and answer segment so that you get to know me better, because I realize that we've not done that at all on this page and you don't know much about me. So first question, where am I from? I'm a Malaysian with ancestral background from India. I'm the third or the fourth generation Malaysian. I keep forgetting that all the time. I now live in the UK. I've lived all over the place. I lived in Malaysia, I lived in India, I lived in Scotland, and then in Bristol now. So my accent is from all over the place. Predominantly Malaysian, I want to say, but Malaysians have a confused accent themselves. Malaysia was ruled by the British, but then they are very, very heavily Americanized. So I struggle. It is a challenge with my accent and some of the things that I say. I'm just confused myself with what I'm saying and how I'm talking. What is my biggest fear? Not having a drive to achieve or to do something. Not achieving my purposes in life itself. That's my biggest fear. What are your weaknesses? Sugar, desserts, any kind of desserts. I don't care if it's refined sugar, unrefined sugar, healthy, unhealthy. I don't care. Just give me desserts and I'm happy. Coffee or tea? Black tea with 1 sugar, please. I don't even like the smell of coffee. Cappuccino, latte, mocha, no difference to me at all. PC or Mac? Apple all the way. I would walk into Apple and happily give them all my money. No, not happily, but I love Apple. One thing that you don't know about me. I love shopping, but despite that, I'm actually really frugal with my money habits. What's your favorite food? Malaysian food. You can take the girl out of the country, but you can never separate her from the food. Do you have any siblings? Nope. I'm the only child, but I have a lot of cousins whom I grew up with. I've got a very, very big family. And no, before you judge me, I am not a spoiled brat. I am privileged in many, many things, and I'm very well aware of that and grateful for that, but I'm not a spoiled brat. That's all actually. I hope you enjoyed this video and I hope you got to know me a bit better. I'm still trying to figure out how often I want to upload and when I want to upload, what is going to work and what's not going to work for me. But while I'm trying to figure that out, I would really love for you to join the family. So subscribe and like this video and share it if you liked it. And I'll see you again soon. Bye!